I was born on the East Coast. I love this cold weather. Well, the Bears also love the fact that running back
receive. Yeah, not surprised. You heard Pam talk about how important the wind is by winning the toss fourth quarter in the event they need a game-winning field goal or a game-winning drive. So it's important.
That ball bounces out of bounds. 40-yard line to start this one.
Kick out of bounds against the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 40-yard line.
280 yards and 3 touchdowns passing. He ran for 53. He even caught a couple passes.
Yeah, I think it probably goes in, but just the command, the ability to extend drives and extend plays with his legs and operate off script, and when he has to just play in the rhythm of the offense.
As Pam told us, DeAndre Swift is back. He went without a catch for the first time in his career last week. They said, we're not waiting around to get him his first grab today. 176 yards last week. You got to go back 45 years to find the last time they had that many yards in the game.
Yeah, and he's not waiting until third down. He's not trying to get in third and manageable. They are going to attack, especially on first and second down.
He's got Luther Burden, the rookie, with a first down, already to the 36 in Giants territory.
Yeah, and this is something second and short, third and short. That's really their play action mode, these run downs. And you know, when you have a chance to downs on first and second down and play the least amount of third down drop back as possible.
Chance right there for Flock. Couldn't pull it in, and it's 2nd and 10.
Caleb Williams threw DJ Moore a fastball, and
point blank.
He just threw him a fastball. It's hard to say, but obviously.
Huge bright spot on this struggling defense, leading the NFL in sacks this year. 2nd and 10. First run. In this defense for the Giants, it was supposed to be the biggest strength this year, but they've given up 100 points the last 2 games.
First and second down, teams are just running the ball right at them, regardless of how many guys they play in the box. They're playing with one boxes, high safeties. It's more important they limit the explosives.
Here's Swift on third down. DeAndre's figure, you factor in the wind, the conditions. You got to go for it, right?
Yeah, we watched both teams in the high 40s to 50-yard range. This wind is swirling. It's changing. As you heard Pam say, a lot of fourth down tries for both sides.
Giants have been the worst fourth down defense in the NFL this year. 8 out of 9 against them. For the end zone. Of a throw down the sideline. More try. Let's see, it was close. But like they have nailed it, drafting this quarterback out of Ole Miss.
And you think back to this spring, coming out of the draft, and through his first 6 starts with a lot of chaos around him and some heartbreaking losses.
You're rather 2-7 on the season, but feeling excited about the future because of what he brings. And this first play gets blown up. The top young receivers in the NFL accounts for a larger percentage of his team's receiving yards than anybody in the league. They lose, he's done. There ain't a whole lot around Jackson Dart, and he's still producing for this offense. Been one of his favorite targets. Johnson a first down, but a flag down.
This penalty is going to be holding or illegal contact, or we see right here is Theo Johnson. More slot, will bounce between safety into the slot nickel.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both for the pass, illegal contact, defense number 33. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Way too many points, way too many yards. They gave up 42 points last week to Joe Flacco, who's been doing in the ball away. They lead the NFL in takeaways, papering over a lot of the issues. And the best first quarter team in the NFL since Jackson Dart took over at quarterback. Opening drive touchdown, lost a couple. The leading tackler, Tremaine Edmonds, has his first.
Yeah, this has been one of the struggles for this Bear on a play-by-play basis, and they're very good on third down, where a lot of their struggles, a lot of their yards are on.
Blown up by Austin Booker. Season debut last week. He missed the first couple of months with it.
Yeah, you'll see him. Here's on the top of the screen at the defense. He just comes inside on the TE stunt. They don't. Tracy, he wasn't running through that contact, and this is where the Bears defense is at their best. Exotic.
And good on third down, but this is 3rd and long. Underneath, Theo Johnson across midfield makes it 4th and about 2.
Iteration. I think when this ball is anywhere around the logo, right? So call it from 45 to 4, come on 4th and short, a go-for-it league. And now you factor in the conditions of kicking the ball, the plays. Now each team will have run one.
We see Dart use his legs here. He's been the best running quarterback in the NFL since Jervon Dexter there to finish him off. Both teams turn it over on downs on their first drive. Now, both teams turn the ball over on downs on their first drive, Greg.
He's trying to cause interference here on Tyreek Stevenson at corner, but I think he just kind of gets in the way. He's got a good job of running a little mesh pick, but I think to the short side, just too many bodies.
Deep drop on first down. Williams given. And second down and 10. We're talking about this massive turnaround, this massive and quick turnaround for this Bears. Also one of the best, just like that, under Ben Johnson. Every category that you'd want to see a turnaround in. It was Williams left side. He got tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Burns was busting through there. And it's third down and long.
Pretty much at the bottom of the league a year ago, and now you take a look, they're in the top 10 yards, they're top 5, but in the league, the explosive plays and the reduction of sacks.
Third down and long. Williams steps up. No. There is a flag down, though, in the secondary, and he got some guilty-looking Giants DBs.
Holding defense, number 28, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And Adebo, one of their big free agent acquisitions, missing him today due to injury. You'll see Flott there working on deep in Caleb Williams' rookie year last year. They were historically bad protecting the passer. Part of that was the offensive lines have almost doubled. You don't have to be as good on a play-by-play basis when you're good at those two elements.
Holding wipes away that third down set. First set of downs for the Bears and a run for Monungai. Into the arms of Okereke. Overall pick last year, 5-12 as a rookie. In year 2, he's on pace for the first 4,000-yard season in Bears.
To go around, and of course Ben Johnson gets part credit, Caleb Williams, the moves they've made solidifying this through the season.
Fake to Monungai. Odunze is wide open, crossing the field for a Bears first down. Slammed out of bounds by.
Probably the last missing piece to kind of put a bow on this is, again, under center play action. No errors, and that's something that was the case in Detroit the last couple years with Ben Johnson. It's this misdirection roughness.
Monungai straight ahead into the arms of Robertson Harris. Time for a game break. We check in with
at the middle for the 4-yard score. Vikings lead 7-0 over the Ravens. Joe?
Have a quarterback, but so much of a quarterback's ability to thrive is tied to what he has around him, the situation, the circumstance. Scans the field on second down, pressured by Thibodeau, throws on the run. Here's the kiss, but he couldn't pull it in. Second drop already for the Bears, and instead of a touchdown, 3rd and 9.
And throughout the year, you just can't throw the ball any better than that. I mean, that just has to be caught. You can see the frustration on Williams if he's going to get there this year, but you can't throw the ball better than that on the run, especially in these conditions.
Romo Dunze, after he was shut out last week, 3 catches in this first quarter.
All right, so drops too wide. He has to keep his inside leverage there as a zone dropper and just gets a little lost in space.
Komet, the tight end in there as a fullback to lead the way from Monungai, who's got a seam back in front of his home fans.
Partner, you called Cole Komet at fullback, 11 personnel, so that puts the nickel now in the box, and now Cole Komet's just going to run old school ISO. That's right, you go out there with 1 tight end, 3 receivers, they match you in nickel personnel. Well, now all of a sudden you build 2 batter to will linebacker.
And it goes from being 5'11", 175 to laying on the ground with 6'6", 260. Fallen chips it through. So, yeah, the sack on 3rd down that looked like it was going to end the drive for the town after the win in Cincy last week, and they've got the early lead over the Giants. 7-0 lead for Chicago, trying to get their 6th win out of their last 7 games, reaching the midway point of Ben Johnson's first consecutive losing seasons. Only 2 playoff trips the last 14 years. Haven't won a playoff game since you were at that. That's okay.
But, man, that was a fun memory. It kind of looked like this. Snow was falling. We played the Seattle Seahawks in the divisional.
Play the Fox Super 6 NFL Challenge. Download the Fox Sports app right now and enter for free for a shot to win your share of $10,000. A textbook vintage Soldier Field, what you picture, the snowfall and the wind blowing. Jackson Dart was loved the cold and the snow and the tough defenses. Well, he's got exactly that today. Maybe outside of the tough defense. Devin Singletary on the ground again, and they've got nothing going on these first down runs.
Yeah, see, and listen, I understand quarterback, but they had yet to throw the ball on first down. Granted, this is only their second possession, but the weakness of the Chicago in the league, they struggle defending the downfield pass. They got to open it up on these early downs.
Last Tuesday, he had 6 tackles and a sack. Days after that, and he's got a sack right here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Illuminor, the right guard and the right tackle, are blocking nobody. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson is just unblocked. That's just clearly there was a mix-up.
What a guy to be able to get off of the scrap heap mid-season. C.J. Gardner, a lot of room there. Settles for just a gain of 3. Jervon Dexter was there along with Kevin Byard, and
you've got to find a way to stop just conceding first down. It's been first down run for -1, That is not what you want to do. Dennis Allen has been a defensive coordinator in this league a long time. That's the strength.
Jamie Gillen with a line drive punt that's going to give Devin Duvernay a chance. Bears were atrocious on special teams last in the NFL. Defense back out on the field. First starts with the DeAndre Swift run, trying to take advantage of that weakness of a run defense. But what in the world has gone on? I know there have been a few.
Yeah, there's clearly a disconnect between the individual talent. And just take a guy like Brian Burns. I mean, he's got individual performances from guys they've given a lot of money to. There's a lot of first-round picks. Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, and after they got him from Carolina. So it's not for the lack of resources.
Swift on the ground has a big hole. First down across.
Really well done here on the outside. Darnell Wright really coming into his own as one of the top right tackle, top next to him. Just really sound execution. And then that's where Swift really does his best damage, hit side of the tackles.
When Swift misses last week, you get to see what you have in Monangai. Now you get Swift back, and you start to think about what for a gain of 4. It starts to look a little bit like Ben Johnson had in Detroit with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So Swift is the perimeter guy. Monangai, he's the inside runner. He's the downhill yards after contact. Absolutely off this morning over in Berlin. So some of the top back names, the young rookie out of Rutgers.
He got tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Demetrius Flanagan fouls with a tackle. And it'll be 3rd down. The run game was front. We can trust that the running backs are going to get used to the system. And he said usually it's going to take about a full year before they get almost 200 yards on average on the ground. 283 last week. You got to go back to peak Walter Payton. There, Zacchaeus can't get it. It's incomplete. It was off the mark. The coverage from Flanagan fouls, and the punt team comes out.
They were a heavy man coverage team. So far here in the first quarter, it's been a lot of zone, a lot of eyes on off script. So I like the change. I like the little adjustment. And they bring out 4th down, and they force a punt.
Torrey Taylor last week at a 69-yarder. Moves this one down to Olszewski over his head.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the strength of this King Henry.
No, I don't want it. Sorcery! Behold my majestic stride!
Insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Giants offense trying to find some rhythm here. And really good in the first quarter. Since 2 last week. It's rare that around here in Chicago you got one side of the ball that's dominant, the other the opposite, and it's under center here for Dart. Stumbled a little bit coming away. Steps up. Throws on the run. Chance because of the injuries at corner. Yeah, the guy who's mostly a special teams player his first few years has done well.
So much of the run game for the Giants is out of gun. Because they're such a gun-heavy team, you can see number 1 are dropping out. Remember, the effectiveness of the run is less impactful than marrying the two together.
Catch from Darius Slayton. How in the world did he do that?
That was as good of a catch. I'll tell you, it was all that left hand. That is as good of a catch. I can tell you that ball is hard as a rock. Stress.
Wow.
How hard that is.
I'm with you. I wasn't sure that he caught it until I saw their sideline going bonkers.
Same.
Like 7th season in the NFL. The only guy that has averaged more yards per catch is A.J. Brown. And